is something that I think is remarkable about.
Thank you. I want to ask you a follow-up question actually to that, because you spoke about restlessness and the sort of drive or inspiration, I guess, which led to him being called a rebel artist or forming these centers and various movements and groups. Do you believe that somehow this is kind of moved or has been influenced when we talk about contemporary artists as well, and we look at the same sort of restlessness within their artworks as well?
I think restlessness is a part of the artist's creative, a writer or a visual artist and installation maker. So yes, restlessness has to be a part of one's DNA. Otherwise, how can you produce if you're content to make a few drawings or paintings that sell and you're happy with that? Then I don't know if that works.
Very true. Actually, talking about contemporary, really, Indrajit, I'm going to put you on a spot for this, because you spoke about the deep dive sort of section that we've done there in terms of the deep art. And can you tell us a little bit about how Prince Textiles sort of put together the NFT part a few years ago with Govardhan Ash's works, as well as the Avatar series, as AI has kind of taken it to another platform, I would say. And where does this sort of stand when we talk about provenance and when we talk about building on art history?
Yeah, so the NFTs happened when I realized that there's more to talk about avatars, which is basically portraits that depict a characteristic of personality. And at that time I was talking to Iman, who's very familiar with the Govardhan Ash estate. And I thought we talked about avatars as a new form of art in 2020, whereas this has already been done in 1948. So how come we are not bringing this out in front of people? And that's how that began. That has subsequently led to this AI project, where my fascination with the whole Avatar series decided, let's see if we can train an AI engine. And it's been a lot of work. It's been 3 months of almost 24/7 work. Programming, machines, servers, GPUs, to finally be able to produce a result that we got almost like a few days before the exhibition. And I don't know where we're going with this, but I'm happy to experiment with the art of the master experimenter himself. That's how I'm doing it.
Just to comment over here, what I think is remarkable about this exhibition is the fact that you've chosen, an auction house, basically what you see there, as you see them auction the works, but to come to the city and to exhibit and to kind of let people come in and see the works. That's important.
We have figured out that we have more of research than options, and therefore we have been such research.
Collaboration is very important.
Yes, absolutely. I think I'll add a little bit about Pilsens to that, because what we've focused on so far in terms of exhibitions, this is probably the 3rd proper exhibition that we've done besides India Art Fairs and smaller spaces like that we've taken on, is to have exhibitions where we have clear provenance. So we had the Bhanumathaya estate where we had 2 exhibitions, and now it's Govardhan Ash. So one is clear provenance. The second is actually bringing to the forefront artists who didn't get their due, or who we felt needed the spotlight at that particular time. And I think when we talk about artists such as Govardhan Ash, personally as well as I think a research house, we felt that Govardhan Ash was not being spoken about or had not been documented enough. There are a lot of artists, especially when we look at the modernists or the contemporary especially, that have been documented n number of times, have been written about n number of times, and that is something that we wanted to really highlight and change, if I'm correct.
I remember a time I had actually curated the retrospective of Agorwo Shen, and that had happened because Agorwo Shen was Manjeet Baba's he was his guru, And so therefore, Manjeet was very keen when Manjeet was taken unwell in the year 2005. After that, I had been invited by the retrospective of obligations, and we were able to do it at Triveni. But the paintings all came from the family, and it was incredible because he also did himself. And there were stacks of works that one had to make a selection from. And of course, one was looking at a catalogue, some kind of publication. It's so important to be able to focus on artists who have not been given their due.
Absolutely, which actually brings me to you to really understand what does patronage in today's day and age entail, and where do you stand when it comes to really having exhibitions at KCC? What is your vision, and what is how do you sort of see KCC going into this melting pot?
I think patronage is a very relevant term. I mean, we had been discussing time and again at home about art and what we can really do, what we want to do. There was a time when we were buying a lot of art, so people thought that it would be very interesting to have us on different panels or multiple places, or have the Imami name on different boards. But then, as again, over multiple conversations, what we realized was we really stood for belonging to the city and wanting to bring the best of everywhere else into the city. That's at least what we try to do. Success markers is something what you all would tell us what we've achieved. But we realized that it was very important to create first a space that was relevant for today's generation. Again, a little more interactive space if it was possible. Over the years, while collecting art is as important, is important to us as family, but also talking about art, promoting art comes with its own merits, and that's what all of us really enjoy. When we are doing shows at Imami Art or KCC, we try to see how well it resonates with our board, with our advisory board, and also so that the ethos of the system doesn't get diluted, because trust me, the kind of projects which come very often are not the ones you want to say no to, but you have to sometimes have a larger interest. I think patronage is a lot about also wanting to make decisions which kind of resonate in the long run. Earlier, traditionally, I think a lot before independence, it was the kings and the nobles and all of them who were very clear that they needed to promote the art and culture of one particular region. And in today's age and time, it's genuinely people like you and me who are interested in art who want to do something in our own little way, because I think collectively we can do a lot more than trying to do things in silos. So that's been a very interesting journey for me. Also, continuously talking about creating a ripple effect. So you kind of start small, and then you grow your circle a little larger over a period of time. And that's what I believe all of us keep doing as friends of KCC. So patronage is very relevant. I think all of us who are here for a reason. So in a sense, we are all patrons of art.